Hello everyone, I am Fotis and I'm living in Athens. So I thought to make a new series of videos where I show you around the city. Maybe some of the monuments, the food, things to do, some of the lesser known areas of Athens worth visiting, ideas for your trip, your itinerary and things like that. I am not quite sure if it's going to be like a daily vlog or a video or a live, or maybe it will be a mixture of everything. So we'll figure it out on our way. Today we are starting from the Acropolis metro station and we walk all the way to Monastiraki station. Along the way we are going to take a first look at the monuments and anything worth visiting around this area. The Acropolis station is just right there, few cafes and restaurants around here, and as you turn you reach Dionysio Areopagitou. This is like the pedestrian road that goes around the Acropolis and the road we are going to follow today. This is the entrance to the Acropolis. Here you can issue your ticket and get in the monument, but we're not going to go through the details today. Today is just an overview of what is available in this area. The thing that usually confuses most of people is the Acropolis and the Parthenon. So when we say Acropolis, we mean the whole rock, the whole thing. That's the Acropolis in Greek. It means the edge of the city, a small hill like a fortress, and top of the Acropolis is the Parthenon. The Parthenon is the temple dedicated to goddess Athena, the patron saint of Athens. Just across the entrance of the Acropolis is the Acropolis Museum. Again, we are going to go through the tickets and everything in a later time, but I just want to clarify it now. Your entrance to the Acropolis is separate from the entrance to the museum, where you have to pay. The Acropolis Museum is relatively new. It was built about 12 years ago, and even if you don't go inside the museum, you can always check the yard area, where you can see some of the cool findings for free. And again, as we walk towards the other station, the Acropolis will be to our right side, and here you can barely see the theater. The ancient theater of Dionysus is right here. It's a nice walk. Today is not very hot, a bit cloudy the weather, and everything you see on this side is included to your entrance to the Acropolis. The ancient theater, the Parthenon, and everything in between like the slopes. A little further down the road, and as we climb those stairs, we are going to see the very impressive modern theater. I mean, it's not modern, it's also ancient, but it's still in use. This is where they hold the Epidavrous festival in the summer in Athens. This theater here with the ancient theater at Epidavrous, the archaeological site. During the summer, concerts and theatrical plays will be held here. During the rest of the year, you cannot visit the theater, but you can take a look inside through the openings or when you are climbing the Acropolis. This time of the year is empty, but in the summer, when the festival is held, there will be fresh water for free and a little kiosk that sells refreshments and snacks and spirits, and also toilet for free. A little further down the road, we will reach our first fork. Here is where you can take the bus that goes around the city. It's a hop-on, hop-off bus. There are a few of those running in Athens. Behind the buses is the entrance to Pnyx. This is a small hill. Here we can see the prison of Socrates. If we climb all the way to the top, we reach a monument that has an amazing view to the city. If we keep walking straight down, we will reach the ancient Greek market and the area of Thesion. And if we go this way, there's a small hill that has one of the best views for the sunset in Athens. But today we are going to Thesion and we will explore the other two options another time. So let's keep walking. Till now the name of the road was Dionysio Areopagitou. From this point onwards the name changes to Apostolou Pavlou, and this is a very interesting story that has to do with the introduction of Christianity in Greece. We'll talk about that another time. As we keep walking towards the Thesion area, the Acropolis will be to our right side and the hill of Pnyx will be to our left side. Here you can check out some of the ruins. It's not in very good condition. And every now and then you will run into one of those plaques that will give you a little bit information about the area. It's very common for musicians to be around this area. Now it's noon. During the afternoon and the night it's much more lively. Small monuments or things like this to see every now and then. This used to be an old fountain, the fountain of Pnyx. Also you will find some people that sell souvenirs here. Some of them are handmade. Again, some ancient ruins. This is the observatory over there. And we reaching the area of the Sion. There's the archaeological site of the ancient Greek market, the Agora, and a lot of cafes, restaurants. Also a lot of cats along the way, the cats of Athens and the cats of Greece in general. It's a nice walk from the Acropolis metro station to Monastiraki. A lot of people do it all the time just for exercise. It's one of the most scenic routes you can take in Athens. And this will be your first look at the archaeological site of the ancient Greek market, the Agora. It's a big archaeological site. There's a temple inside. We are going to see that in a minute. And that big structure that you see is the archaeological museum within the archaeological site. Greeks are what we call the Greek Orthodox. And there's a lot of churches all around the country, everywhere there's a church. Some of the churches are old, some are modern, so this is another aspect of the Greek culture. If you're interested in the religion, you will have a lot to see in Greece. There's a few cafes on the way. There's a playground if you have children. And you can sit here and have your coffee while looking at the Acropolis. And we reach the Sion metro station. From here you can take the metro to go to the port of Piraeus or to the other side of the city. It's called Kifisia. That's the older metro of Athens. That it's partially underground, partially you can see the train. From the Sion, if you take the road that goes to the left, you will reach the ancient graveyard of Athens, another archaeological site. To our right, we are going now to Monastiraki, one of the oldest neighborhoods of the city, and where the entrance to the Agora is located. Along the way, so many restaurants, mostly with traditional Greek food. And this is the archaeological site of the Agora. That's the temple of Hephaestus, one of the Greek gods. It's very impressive and very good condition. Of course, there are cats everywhere. The funny thing is that the train, the metro we saw earlier, goes through the archaeological site for some reason. There's the train that goes through the archaeological site. That's a nice shot. The train, the temple, and everything. And this is the rest of the Agora. Now we are exactly at the opposite side from where we started. And where you see those little houses with the red roofs, is a very special neighborhood of Athens called Anafiotika. Again, we are going to see that in a later time. The entrance to the Agora is just up ahead. This is the Monastiraki. There used to be a flea market here, but now it's mostly stores that sell clothes and souvenirs. We are going to explore Monastiraki, of course. Today is just an overview. That's why I'm not going into much detail about anything. This is the entrance to the ancient Greek market Agora. It's 10 euros, but you can buy a combo ticket for this and 6 more archaeological sites. Again, so many restaurants here. If you like cats, you are at the right place. There are so many cats around this area. And now it's like siesta time for them. We are almost at Monastiraki Square, a few more restaurants and ice cream parlors. I know Greece is not that famous about the ice cream, but trust me, it's good. And this is Hadrian's Library, one of the least impressive archaeological sites. And right here we have Monastiraki Square, one of the two main squares of the city. From Monastiraki you can walk all the way up to Syntagma or go through Plaka to return to the Acropolis metro station. Monastiraki metro station. From here and Syntagma you can take the metro to the airport. It's very lively throughout the day. And behind Monastiraki Square you can find the area of Psyri, where the nightlife of Athens takes place. This is what used to be the flea market with the stores. This is the way to Plaka that goes around the Acropolis. This way you can go to Syntagma. That way Omonia, that's one of the main squares of the city. and over there Psyri for the nightlife. Thank you so much for watching the video. It's like a pilot episode. I am not sure about the format yet. I would like to listen to your suggestions, and if you're interested in this kind of content, consider subscribing and sharing this video. Thank you, and we'll talk real soon again. Goodbye.